Hi, welcome to the next sense. And this sense is number 26, mental or spiritual distress. So before we get started, go ahead and do your journal work and then unpause. Take a look at latte while I scratch my nose because my nose is doing. and then let's talk about mental or spiritual distress. So this is actually a an attraction towards something else, right? If you're feeling distressed about something, you are actually feeling attracted to do something different. So, taking that negative aspect and actually switching it into you're actually attracted to something that's going to make you feel better. So, pain or mental or spiritual distress is something that's giving you a signal that you want to be doing something else, like I'd rather rescue animals. I didn't plan that, I just saw that. So, this is something that has been really important for me recently in my life. So, I I sometimes have gotten into this rut of blaming myself. Like, why am I so angry? Why am I so distressed about this? It should be fine. Why? Or why did I stay in something for so long when I was feeling so distressed? The missing link for me was that I didn't understand that the anger and the distress, the mental or spiritual distress, was actually an attraction towards something else. So it's not a problem. There have been so many times in my life where I have felt mental or spiritual distress and thought, I have to get over this. I shouldn't be feeling this. I have to do therapy to figure out what's wrong with me. Any number of, like, I have to fix me. Like, there's something wrong with me here. I shouldn't be feeling this. Rather than acknowledging that that distress is there, just like physical pain is, as a signal to us that we are being attracted out of that situation. So obviously, like we talked about yesterday, there are circumstances where you want to actually look into, okay, is my distress actually coming from what's happening now? Or is it coming from something, some kind of trauma that is from the past that's now being brought in because this situation reminds me of that in some way? So, of course, we want to tease that out. But in general, if we're feeling mental or spiritual distress, it is a sign to stop, take a look at what's going on, and look at what we're actually attracted to doing. What are we attracted to doing? So, if we are in a career that is not fulfilling for us and we're feeling mental and spiritual distress about it, I did this for 20 years. I had an amazing career, a career that most people would be so excited to have. I made good money. There were so many reasons for me that I shouldn't be feeling mental and physical distress that I just kept going through this cycle. I kept running on this hamster wheel of feeling the distress. Okay, why am I feeling that distress? I shouldn't be feeling that distress. I should be grateful for this job, right? We can go into our head and go into all the reasons why we're feeling it or why we shouldn't be feeling it, rather than just acknowledging this is just like thirst, just like feeling like we're too hot and we want to move into the shade. That mental and spiritual distress are signs that we want to take a look at going a different direction, that we're being attracted to a different direction. So for me in my career, I was constantly being attracted towards doing something in a much more creative realm. And I knew that from the very beginning. I knew I loved my English Lit classes. I loved my philosophy classes. But my speech pathology classes were practical. I was going to get a job right afterwards. I enjoyed parts of it. And I talked myself out of even realizing that the fact that, this is what I used to tell people, because I double majored. I did 2 master's degrees at the same, actually I did a master's in speech pathology and a bachelor's in English, and then I went on to do another master's in English with a concentration in creative writing. So this is what I would tell people, because they would say, how are you double majoring? Because speech pathology is a very intense program. It's a very difficult program. It's very competitive, all of that. And I was double majoring. And I would get people asking me, how in the world are you doing that? Like, why are you putting yourself through that with this intense program? And I would say, I take the English classes to keep me alive, to keep me breathing, and then I can go do the other. Didn't occur to me, maybe you should be doing the other thing, you know? And it's not like I never thought about it. It's that I knew I didn't want to teach. I knew I didn't want to be a copywriter. So the things I knew that you did with an English degree, I didn't really see myself doing or have any interest doing. So at that point in my life, I didn't really realize either you take one step and then you take the next step that you're attracted towards, and the next step you're attracted towards. Pretty soon, you've created a beautiful career for yourself. So I'm doing that now, but just the fact that I didn't realize that literally going to those English classes where I was like in love with the content, I was in love with the courses, I was in love with the professors, all of it just like lit me up and was my thing, always. Like just telling myself, yeah, I do that so I can get energy to do this other thing. And it not occurring to me that that meant that this other thing, I wasn't attracted to that thing. I was attracted to this thing. If we just follow those attractions, we go towards health and wellness. So that's just a really good example of mental and spiritual distress. And don't forget to journal after. I actually forgot to think of an exercise for today, but I'm going to have you, I have one. This is beautiful, okay? This is one from my program. So this is so much fun. So go to something wild that you feel naturally attracted to, whether it be a pot or plant, and sit with that for a little bit after you ask permission to join the ecosystem there. And then I want you to finish this sentence. I love this blank. Let's say it's a plant. I love this plant because. And then fill that out, okay? Do that. Do not watch the rest of the video. Stop the video here and then come back to me after you've done that. So that will just even take a few moments unless you just feel drawn to going out and doing a hike or something, and then it'll take longer. But do that. What did I say? I love this blank because blank, okay? And then stop the video. Stop the video, okay? Okay, coming back. Hope you didn't cheat because it won't work if you cheated. So if you were thinking about cheating and you're still watching, just know it won't work if you don't stop the video now, okay? So you've stopped the video and you're back. And now I want you to turn that around and put your name in there and just say, or just put myself. I love myself because blank. And I want you to journal in your journal. So it's going to be the same thing that you put initially for the plant. So for instance, mine, when I did this exercise, was I love this plant because it is so vibrant and alive. And then reflexively, so I love myself because I'm so vibrant and alive. And when I flipped that around, when I saw the second part of the activity, flip that around, I actually got up and started leaping around my house because I was like, this is so true. I actually do love myself, and I love how vibrant and alive I am, and I appreciate that about myself. So even if it's something that doesn't initially seem like it's going to fit when you flip it around, do some pondering. Sit there with your journal and do just some sitting with that until something comes to you, or just start writing and see what comes out, and see how what you have written for your appreciation for that natural item, being, see how that applies to you, because I guarantee you it will, and it will give you some real insight into yourself. So let's end it like that. I love that. That's so exciting. Okay, so and then journal your 1 to 10, and I would love comments. I would just love comments on anything you're seeing here, and especially this one. It'd be fun. So thanks so much.